Many contractors use the search functions to help filter through the haystack of the thousands of purchases that Uncle Sam is putting on this website every day. Let me give you an example of how it works. Let's say I'm in the HVAC business and want to search for jobs in California. I set the state to California and put HVAC in the keyword bar like this, and hit enter or click the search button. Then I'll get this page. So I go down, I'll go through the list of solicitations, click on this one, and you can see that the proposal date was changed. This isn't actually a contract listing. So we'll return to the list. Going down to the next one. Placing an HVAC system, sounds correct. But you get inside and you'll notice it's a pre-solicitation and that it's set aside for service-disabled, veteran-owned small businesses. So we will return to the list again. Now this project only contains a small amount of HVAC. And it is a competitive 8A set aside. So we struck out again on that one. Now continuing down the list, we get to repair building 610. This notice type is a pre-solicitation, so again this project is not actually ready for bid. The range is $100,000 to $250,000, and here's something to note. Typically information like that will be found inside the contract documentation, so if you don't see it listed on FBO.gov, it's most likely within the contract itself, so you'll have to download the documents over to the right. Continuing down, we see that there are many pre-solicitations, hub zone set-asides, service-disabled small business set-asides, 8A set-asides, etc., etc. You can see how trying to sort through all these listings for the information that you actually care about could be a very time-consuming process. You can spend hours trying to find the right project because FedBizOps is so cluttered with many non-construction or irrelevant projects. Without a tool to help visualize an overview, a lot of contractors simply give up. Many of those have told us that they quit trying because they couldn't afford the time it was taking to find something that would work for them. We fully understand that because it was that way for us too, until we solved the problem by creating a new tool that we call BidTrakker. Here's the way BidTrakker works. There's over 200 federal agencies, and every day each agency sends their purchase requirements valued at over $25,000 to FBO.gov. BidTrakker filters the data, capturing only the construction opportunities, and then distributes the information into a proprietary database. Just as a quick overview, BidTrakker market reports are used in 3 ways. First, as a list of needles, it provides direct and immediate access to every domestically available federal construction opportunity nationwide in a format that can typically be fully reviewed in less than 5 minutes a day. Second, as a business intelligence tool, much like the MIT students in the movie 21, where they were counting the cards of past card hands to place bets and win, when you know the past bid results, you're better able to predict future outcomes. And third, smart contractors will create a database of new client representatives from the BidTrakker list of government procurement officials to future build their business. Here's how the needle concept works. The BidTrakker report looks like this, and we read them opposite of how you normally read. That is, we start by glancing at the right column where the bid date shows up. Then we look through the report to find an opportunity that might make sense for us based on criteria we determine appropriate. For purposes of this demonstration, we'll show you a few projects that turned into contracts. After looking at the BidTrakker report, the client determined interest in the project to replace the hangar door seal in Scotia, New York. So we clicked on that link and that took us directly to the FBO.gov website, where all the documents can be viewed and downloaded over on the right hand side. The opportunity overview is here in the center, and on the left hand side you'll find the amendments and any modifications. And click on the interested vendors list to see interested vendors for the project. Pay attention to this list, because if no one is listed, you might be the only bidder. Now we've downloaded the plans, specifications, and bid documents onto our servers and into the correct BidTrakker folder. Opening that folder, we've got the plans, specs, and bid documents together with any amendments or modifications. After a brief review of the project requirements, it was determined that the government was interested in purchasing a product that had few manufacturers. We contacted the major distributor in the area, and in the course of a brief discussion, discovered that there had been no interest in the project, and that we were the only contractor that had called him for pricing. Knowing that competition was likely to be low, a bid was submitted. Because our bid was over the government estimate, we were contacted by the Air National Guard with a request to negotiate. We responded with a detailed list of expenses that contractors incur and that are typically omitted from government estimates. After review, the government agreed to award the contract. A pre-construction conference was held over the telephone, minimizing travel expense for our client. We supplied the project schedule, safety plan, CQC plan, environmental plan, and other required documentation by utilizing our pre-made templates. Minor modifications were made to tailor each to the project, but no new documents were required. With assistance from the supplier, we contacted the best company to do the work. A project manager from that company was assigned to manage the coordination between the subcontractor and the government to ensure that there was no deviation from the work performed and the written specification. Once started, the work was completed in 5 days.